runs. I hope it does.
Welcome, everyone, to For the Cause events, where we are going to be playing the style of For the Queen to tell different stories for different causes. My name is Natalie, also known as Gizmos Aplenty, and tonight we are going to be playing For the Queen of Musicals. Da, 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 da. At this time, I'd love to introduce our lovely players, starting over with Justin.
Hey gang, I'm Justin Galliani. I use they, them pronouns. This is my partner Jessica. We'll be doing magic tricks tonight. Super excited to be here. Part of So You Want to Be a DM. I'm playing Pierre Pirouette, choreographer.
Thank you so very much. Up next, introduce yourself, Adrian.
Hey yo everybody, I am Adrian D. Spider on all the socials. Very excited to be playing he, him pronouns, and I will be playing Haines, the one in charge of pulling open and close the curtains.
Excellent, excellent. All right, next up we have Inkima, also known as Maggie.
Hi, I'm Maggie. I go by Inkima online. I go by she, her pronouns, and my character is Bailey Greene.
Perfect, perfect. Next up we have Sam.
What is up, y'all? I am Sam Markavaga on most socials, and tonight I will be playing Aaron Blackstone, one of the many stagehands trying to make sure this thing goes off without a hitch.
I think every theater needs more stagehands. Next up we have Caity.
Hi everyone, my name is Caity. You can find me on all socials at Dragon of the Dark Rose, and my pronouns are she, they, and I will be playing Velvet Taylor, part of the costume department.
Wonderful. And last but not least, we have Caleb.
Hello, everybody. My name is Caleb. He, they pronouns. I am very excited for tonight. It'll be a very great time. I will be playing the character Maj Copeland, who just wanted the big break on Broadway.
Beautiful, beautiful. And it might be a little bit of an unexpected time to see my face. Unfortunately, our lovely facilitator, Ruben, there was some tragic internet and technology issues going on. So we are going to be, unfortunately, moving the show on without him. But please, please, please go ahead and give a lot of good vibes over Ruben's way. Sharkmaster526. And we love you, Ruben, so much. Tonight, we are raising money for the Joyful Heart Foundation. We were able to raise up to $255 yesterday with our For the Queen of the ER group, but today we want to match that donation and get all the way up to $500. All donations will go directly to this cause, and you can go ahead and check out the Tiltify link that has been, I think it's been tagged. I'm going to tag it right now. Well, I'll tag it eventually. But you can also go ahead and scan this barcode that is right here on the overlay. You have the ability to donate what you have, or you can even redeem some effects of the game, such as, I don't know, saying good luck to our lovely players, or tell them to break a leg. You know what the proper response is in the theater, don't you? We also have a new one called Line Please. You can make them have a spontaneous musical and other such funny effects to the game. But we also have some redemptions from our lovely players. Justin, what do you have to offer today?
Hey gang. So as part of So You Want to Be a Dungeon Master, we create a lot of homebrew and customized content for people. So for $20, I can make you a custom D&D subclass, full PDF file, multiple pages, beautifully designed. Or $50, a custom D&D one shot, and whatever you want it to be. If you want it to be all about musicals, we could do that. And then for $25, I could show up on your podcast and I'll sing. I don't want to, but I will.
Make them do it. Make them. We also have a lovely redemption from Maggie. Maggie, would you explain your redemption?
Yeah, so I have some reward redemptions for some art commissions. I believe there are 3 of them available if you would like one.
And if you'd like to see what kind of art that is, go ahead and check out inkima.art on Instagram. She is absolutely fantastically talented, so please, please, please buy her art. And thank you so much, Turtles Afloat, for that $40 donation. I'm pretty sure I know what that one is for. We are already up to $295, gang. Whoop, 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 whoop. If you are unfamiliar with how For the Queen works, just wanted to give a quick relay of that. I am also hearing my own voice. If someone is watching, just be mindful of that. For the Queen is a question-based storytelling and world-building game. You, my players, will take turns answering question cards that I will read aloud. Please interpret that question however you'd like. Other players may ask your questions or make suggestions on your turn, but whether you answer those questions or include those suggestions in your answer is entirely up to you. If players would like to chime in with a question, please signify by holding up that exclamation point. Everyone's got your exclamation point? I know it's kind of hard for Maggie. There we go. So Maggie's going to be ducking down like there. If we don't see Maggie's beautiful face, then we know that she has a question. As a safety tool, if you encounter a question or an answer that you do not want included in the game, please make a big X with your arms. And for Maggie, we'll just have you move on over to one of the sides. So go ahead and just, there we go. Perfect. Awesome, awesome, awesome. If you, my players, draw a card that is removed this way, either by the context or you just don't want to answer that particular question, just let us know and we'll move on with the next question. You can also choose not to answer a question and move on to the next player. We're going to continue answering question cards until the Queen is under attack. Do you defend her card is drawn. Each player will answer that question in turn and then the game is over. All right, my players, are we ready?
Yes.
Ready.
Perfect. Perfect. Well then, with that, let me go ahead and just enlighten you all with a little bit of the scene. So, you all have been in this theater now for about 2 hours. It is just 30 minutes until the curtain opens and the guests are rolling in. It is opening night of a very niche performance of Mamma Mia. It's kind of set over in Brooklyn for some reason. Don't ask me why, but you know, your director had a vision and you all knew that if you got this vision, then the paychecks were gonna roll in. I don't know what kind of fantasy realm we're in where theater gets big paychecks like this, but we're in it right now. However, as the guests are starting to take their seats, I'm going to go ahead and say that Kurt Haines, you notice something within the ropes of one of the pulley systems that you take care of for the curtains, and you see a note.
Well, I will definitely read the note.
Perfect.
Out loud for all to hear.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So, Kurt, you take this note in hand and you open it up and it says, "Dear established crew, tonight will be a performance that no one will forget. Please make sure that you do everything that I ask or certain complications will come your way. Love, TPG."
Well, I will share this information with everyone else. Everyone, we have been ordered to be on your most appropriate and best working behavior and abilities. We are to do nothing more than perfection. And I shall open this curtain for all of you and your talents to be seen.
Now, really quickly, I just kind of want a good idea of where everyone is at this moment when this message is read. So, Pierre, would you mind describing yourself and what you're doing when this note is read?
But of course, it will be all too easy for me. I am Pierre. Pirouette. Some say the Pirouette was named after me. But I digress. I am probably 6'1", which is in America, you would say 5'11". And so I probably am in the backstage I'm going over some things with the star of the show. I'm going over some things with the chorus. I'm making sure that their kicks are kickings, that our punches are punching. There's a lot of dance fight choreography in this play, and I am here for it.
In Mamma Mia in Jersey, yeah. Or
Is
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn in Jersey?
In Brooklyn. Listen, the director didn't really
As
give
a
me
New
Dutch
Jersey
details.
native?
I don't do geography.
I'm hurt.
I'm not even
that you
there.
think Brooklyn is in Jersey right now.
Brooklyn, New Jersey. So many New Yorkers are
I'm so
fighting.
hurt right now, Natalie.
Wishes.
Incredible. This is my favorite thing in the world, you guys. I wasn't even supposed to be here.
Yes,
Um,
and
Thank you. Thank you. Moving on over to Kurt, you have just read this. How is Kurt feeling in this moment? And please describe what he looks like.
Kurt is not a very particular man. He wears all black as he stands by his ropes to pull for the curtain. You may not see him while he is working. He is hidden before he starts the show. He is a whopping 5'4", with a burly mustache. Nothing else. No, no clean-shaven beard could never grow. But the big, wispy, bushy mustache and long, braided, curly white dreads that come up into a little beehive. But also, he's wearing a black bonnet over all of that so that he cannot be seen while he is backstage.
Wonderful. Bailey, you have been listening in and you hear this note. Please describe yourself and explain how you're feeling in this moment.
So, my name's Bailey. I'm a set worker. I also do the shop around here, and I'm currently trying to build this somewhat impossible setting, it seems, Mamma Mia in Brooklyn.
In Jersey.
In New Jersey. I'm setting up some scaffolding and some, New York style buildings. And I just kind of look over my shoulder to turn my baseball cap that I'm wearing the other way and be like, so what's up?
Excellent, excellent. So very, very keen on figuring out what the heck is going on.
Yeah.
Aaron, you're also around. Would you mind explaining what you look like and what you're doing when this note is read?
I think the best way to describe Aaron is a normal-looking guy who, with his job, looks like he has never known a day of peace in his entire life. His
Valid
hair
and fair.
is there, but it's a bit ruffled, bags under the eyes, a fatigued, just absolutely done with life look in his eyes as he is running back and forth, talking to some people, barking orders at others, and upon hearing the note, his immediate response is just, who in the prop department think this is a good joke?
Well, the prop department may not have too much to say about it, but how about the wardrobe department? Velvet, would you mind describing yourself?
Of course. Velvet Taylor is a quite petite woman, very eccentric not only in style but in attitude as well. She is currently looking over all the costumes, making sure that there is not a sequin in sight. We are not doing sequins for the show. And just double checking and making sure that all the repairs were done from Pierre's interesting choreography, because it is not agreeing with the costumes.
I see. And as one who is costumed, Mars, what are you feeling at this moment? You've heard this letter, you've been practicing all day, you go on in 30 minutes. Please describe yourself and how you're feeling in this moment. You are mute, my friend. I'm so sorry. Aha!
Hello.
Hello.
Nothing here is gonna really worry me or whatever. I already got here. I put in my time, and I'm not gonna let a stinking note or nothing ruin my shine. Okay, I am here as a glorified ensemble member. All right, I keep a picture of my mother right here in my pocket because she's all the support I will ever need. She's why I'm here. I'm sorry, I get a little emotional talking about her. But me and my Mars has what is it, like a mini fro of what is it, Jerry curls, right? A little bit got a little bit of a gut, but like stands tall, maybe like 5'8" on a good day. And yeah, like a little bit like caramel skin, and just having a great time. They're happy to be here, but this note is not stopping me for nothing. Okay, so here we go. Come on, guys.
Well, then I think it's safe to say that all of you hear Aaron saying, who in the prop department put this out? And you kind of dismiss this, right? You all go back to your places, make sure that everything is set for the show to start in now just 15 minutes. And that's when, Pierre, you go back over to your, I want to say, almost Louis Vuitton gym bag. If Louis Vuitton had a gym bag. I'm sure that they do.
It is more, probably Yves Saint Laurent.
Yeah.
We are being honest.
Oh, perfect. And you notice that there is a little slip of paper that wasn't there before. And, you know, this is just something that you have a belladonna, a prima donna on the stage. And it seems that it's about her. But when was the last time that this prima donna used you? Just out of curiosity, of course. Just a question.
I believe... I'm sorry, this is a dark time in my life when she used me, the queen of our musical here. You see, she tried to do Mamma Mia, but set in Bayonne, New Jersey. It did not work. She asked me to do the choreography. I said, of course, I would be there. I had done her 6 previous shows before that. It only made sense. And then halfway through the run, she lets me go one night. Did they change the choreography when they brought someone new on? No, they did not. Francois, kick turn, stole my job.
Not Francois kick turn.
He did. It is true.
Oh no.
But c'est la vie. I mean, it is in the past, and so I do not forget easily, but sometimes I am capable of forgiveness.
Does anyone have anything to add on to this tragedy that may have happened? Yes, Kurt.
Pierre, I must say I can understand your pain that you have felt. For you see, Mr. Kickturn, he has also shown to have absolutely no respect for the curtain and the presentation that comes with beginning and ending a performance. You see, I also worked with him once, and he insisted that his dancers dance through the curtain, ruining the fabrics, not considering at all the presentation.
That sounds just like him.
Just like him. So I understand and I stand by you. Good, sir.
Wow. That is, it does not surprise me. I heard he's from Wisconsin, so that kind of thing happens there all the time.
I don't really want to talk poorly about Wisconsin, but you know.
You know, speaking of Wisconsin, we're going to move on over to Kurt. You have just tossed this note aside, placed it. You're almost a little suspicious about it, and so you kind of place it nicely at your table. But then you go about your business. You're checking all the lines. You're getting ready to open the curtain, and a little note falls from the sky and lands straight at your feet. Now, you've been working really hard to make sure that you're keeping the stage clean for especially Miss Primadonna. And a little question is asked. truly, what do you do that pleases this queen of musicals on this opening night?
As Kurt begins to answer this question, he breaks out a steamer and is steaming the grand drapes. What do I do that pleases the queen of the performance of musicals? Why, I present the queen. And when the queen is done being presented, I take the queen away. See, by opening the curtain, that is the curtain of life, you are able to really enter a room and everybody, they see you. Because when the curtain opens, there is nothing left. There's just what is behind. And so I have the most pristine satin curtains, prepped and ready for whenever the queen enters any room. And I lay them out front before anyone can see, make the announcement, and open the curtain. And when she is done, we close the curtain, she leaves.
Incredible. You take a lot of pride in your job.
The Haines family has been taking this responsibility on for generations. My father, my father's father, my father's father's mother. All of our family, the Haines family, we have been doing the curtains for very, very long.
So much so that, Pierre, you have something to say about this.
Well, I mean, Kurt, you know, I love your work with the curtains, the ways that you open the world. You are the eyelids of our brain in some regards. But I am curious, and I'm sure you get this question all the time, so, you know, excuse me, but the types of curtains. Yes, there is small theaters, big theaters. There's all kinds of curtains, I imagine. What about this curtain is your favorite and your least favorite?
Pierre, you are a magician of movement and the human body. I've seen your work. I'm a big fan. To be praised by you is really high praise, high praise. To answer your question, depending on, there are so many factors you must take into consideration. You know, there is the show that is happening, the theater in which it is taking place. Is it happening out in the open? Is it happening in closed walls? All of these must be taken into consideration because every curtain, every grand drape is different. As you are so very aware, I can see you have an eye for this thing. Here, for this particular grand drape, it is one of my favorites, as you pointed out. We pull this out. This is actually the material that I use for red carpets at celebrity viewings. But we have created it a fabric light enough and whimsical enough to be able to be a curtain. And so when they make red carpets, they use this curtain to make the red carpets. And that's why it is so big a deal for the celebrities to walk on curtains.
Of course. So in this case, the curtain matches the carpet. No, it doesn't matter.
Moving on, we're gonna go ahead and move on over to Bailey. Bailey, you are working very hard on making sure this set is stable because the actors are going to be dancing and frolicking all over these set pieces in just 10 minutes. So as you do, you notice in one of the crevices of one of the platforms that there is a little note written just for you. And this note asks a very simple question. How can people tell just by looking at you that you serve the Belladonna?
Well, not to say that I do set designs that she sort of favors, but when the Belladonna herself is from Brooklyn proper, not the New Jersey one, I mean, you just have to, like, take her, you know, word for it. She told me that the rust didn't look true Brooklyn rusty, and you know what? She's probably right. So every piece of this set has had a little bit of a comment by her. So yes, I do get some praise about the things that look great, and honestly, it's because of her. If without her, it wouldn't look so good.
And do you mind that these, I guess, adjustments coming from her are so noticeable by the rest of the cast, the crew, and even the audience?
I mean, I don't really think so. Now, they did say it was a little excessive that I added some glitter to some of the flooring, but that's what she really wanted, and she said that it was very authentic, and I feel like that's more important than people telling me that it looks a little dumb. But this is theater. Are we supposed to be authentic? Are we supposed to be a little over dramatic? Maybe a little bit of both. So I don't mind it being so obvious. I think she's a creative genius.
Oh, very, very nice. Oh, curtains.
Bailey, I would just like to very quickly tell you I admire your boldness and your set designs. I simply wish to tell you, you have no reason to mind if your praise is being noticed by others, all right? You should take pride in the things you are confident and proud of creating. You should be proud and hold it high.
Well, I really appreciate that. I love my sets. I don't think that I don't love my sets. I'm just saying, I'm giving credit where it's due. And the glitter is thanks to our belladonna herself.
And the glitter looks fantastic.
Doesn't it?
Aaron might have something to say about that. You are mute, my friend. I'm so sorry.
The good thing about the glitter is that it's not in a position where it can be seen necessarily by the crowds. I will say it has actually worked out remarkably well for blocking to make sure that everything is where it needs to be. Not to mention everything is perfect dimensional-wise. 1 inch to the left, somebody trips on it. Horrible thing, people go to the hospital, people need bandages. It's a mess. So everything being precisely measured, I could not be more thankful for.
You see from her like overalls that she wears, she pulls out a little tiny notebook and pencil and writes down what you just said for future reference.
Wonderful. And Velvet. You are also mute, my dear.
Mic check. Okay.
We can hear you. Yep.
Hell yeah. It's good to know that it wasn't just... It was her decision to add the glitter. And I may not agree with it, but I can respect a creative's vision. As much as it may be a hindrance to the material of other departments.
What's Mamma Mia if not full of glitter?
What is Mamma Mia if it weren't full of glitter?
There are other alternatives to sparkle.
Not sequins, though.
Not sequins, and most certainly not glitter. There are so many other avenues.
As we move on from the set pieces to behind the scenes, we see one of our incredible stagehands, Aaron. Aaron, you are simply going about all of the props, making sure that everything is in place on stage. We have about 7 minutes before the curtains go up, and you find a note in one of the couches that are set on the stage.
Where's the props department? I might have your ass.
But you pick it up and you read it, and you see that, I'm rephrasing this question in my head, so apologies. The question asks, you have wanted this show to fail. Why?
I've worked on the original. I don't know what the hell this director was thinking. I had free time. Somebody said, hey, do you want to manage a show? I said yes. I didn't look. I see this, and I'm already on the contract that there's no turning back now. I will see this through, but God, this is an embarrassment.
And you sit there kind of silently crying to yourself. And out of spite, you take your place backstage. Velvet, thank you so much for that $5 donation. We're going to cast Break a Leg on our next player, Velvet.
Hello.
You are, getting into your groove, right? You are making sure that everyone has their costumes on, and one of the actors comes up to you and brings you a note saying, I found this in my pocket. I don't exactly know what to do with it yet. I just, you know how much I put my hands in my pockets. I don't need it in there, so here you go. And it's addressed to you. Now, this little note is a bit of an inquisitive note. And you're wondering why it's talking about the prima donna. But it does, and it says, what brings out the Queen of Musicals' kindness?
When everything goes according to plan, I think. That's usually when she's at her kindness, and I notice she's not as prickly.
Fair enough. And, Mars, you have something to say.
Oh yeah, I've known this Belladonna here for years now. She has no idea who I am, but I know who she is. I followed her around all across the East Coast trying to do shows with her because she's just such a big inspiration to me. I mean, she once slapped a coffee out of my hand just because I was talking too loud, and I thought that was the biggest honor ever. So whatever she says goes. Whether she's changing up the scene last minute, whether she's, putting glitter all over the floor and whatnot, which, by the way, is a great choice for Mamma Mia. Beautiful. But, whatever she says goes. She may not even be the director of whatever, but I trust her. She don't know me, but I trust her. No qualms.
We have Aaron over here.
Hearing his head around the corner. She did what now?
No one's here to kiss and tell. It's fine. We're just doing a show here. This Belladonna, she, with the glitter and the coffee smacking and the everything, it's just part of the territory. I don't question it. I'm just happy to be here on stage finally. It's been years.
If she screws with the blocking, it's going to cause a cascading issue.
Were you in costume when this coffee was knocked out of your hand?
Oh, I was just a simple intern back then. But listen, bigger and better things are all over the horizon, and that's why I'm here today for Mamma Mia. Brooklyn, Jersey edition?
No such thing as a simple intern. Every hand, no matter what department, is important.
Flattery will get you nowhere, honey, with me. But listen, if you want to talk afterwards, we can.
This is stage business. Flattery will get you everywhere.
Velvet, as you are listening to this conversation going on, you all of a sudden notice an actor with a cup of coffee in their hands, and yes, they are wearing their costume. And before they are about to trip and fall on the stage, you are able to spot this, catch the coffee out of their hand, and grab them by the collar. And what do you say?
I thought we'd been over this, Gerald.
I just need the energy,
I don't care. As soon as you are in costume.
We go on in 3 minutes, man.
It is clear liquids.
Okay.
Clear liquids and fruit snacks.
No, okay. And you have just negated a disaster on the stage. And now Mars, everyone should be able to hear either in their headphones or if you're in the break room, you're hearing it over the intercoms. We go on in 2.
Thank you too.
Thank you too.
Thank you too.
Incredible. And Mars, you are in your dressing room and you are looking in the mirror. You're giving yourself a pep talk. What are you saying during this pep talk?
Now, honey, Mars, honey, it's been a long time coming here, but we finally made it. We're here. We don't need to be a lead. We can just open and close shutters screaming Mamma Mia all night, and that would be just fine. But listen, don't screw this up. Your mother's at home. She's watching, because we live stream this apparently.
And you notice up in the corner of the mirror that there is a note just for you. And this note kind of like really reads to you for a second. The Queen of Musicals has ordered you not to speak to another member of the retinue, and their name is on this piece of paper. Who is it, and do you know why?
Don't want me to speak to Kurt Haines? Well, they've been nothing but nice to me. What's going on here? Is there a special jump through the curtain bit that I don't know about? Oh no. Mother always said to go with the flow, but listen, I like Kurt Haines.
Kurt.
Then Kurt runs in to the door of the dressing room, just knocks and goes, Mars, I just wanted to let you know I replaced the marker point for where you will be. You are now going to be moved to the center back, right where you will be the first thing we see when the curtain opens on the opening scene after the overture finishes. I've been given special permission to move your spot, and I wanted to put you front and center. You deserve it. You've been doing great. Just wanted to run over and tell you that real quick.
Mars just kind of looks at Kurt. Just can't say a damn thing because listen, this is life or death right here. If I don't listen to the queen, then I'm screwed. But oh dear, it's like there's some mystical voice in my head telling me to stand in a certain spot. I guess I might go ahead and listen, but definitely it wasn't Kurt Haines. It couldn't have been, right?
You are such a talented actor. You're always in character. I love it. I will make sure you are out in your spot. Break a leg, as they say.
Yeah, thanks or whatever, disembodied voice from the heavens.
And as you say that, this disembodied voice from the heavens actually comes over the intercom and says, "Places, everyone."
Oh dear, thank you, places.
And so now all actors, all crew members are running to their spots as the orchestra starts the band. And you hear the overture going in sweeping motions when all of a sudden you see in front of you, Mars, the Queen of Musicals, the prima donna herself, the lead actress of tonight's performance. And she's wearing something that's not necessarily in costume. It's not what she had been normally wearing, but she's the Queen of Musicals, so I guess she'll wear whatever she wants to wear. Kurt, you are given the cue to open the curtains. And as you do, the audience erupts with applause as they see the Queen of Musicals and the other ensemble members. Mars, you are again center a little bit to the left. And as the first number goes on, there is a little bit of a tricky choreography that's going on. And Pierre, there is a little tap on your shoulder. And as you turn around, nothing but a note is there. And you see this note appear out of nowhere. And it says, what makes you want to abandon this production? And who besides the queen of musicals makes you stay?
I don't know who you are, crazy ghost nut, but you know me so well. I do want to leave this retinue. It's all this goddamn glitter. My God. It is everywhere. It is in my tap shoes. It is in my ballet shoes. It is in my tats. I do not like it. Furthermore, after speaking with Haines, I am confident I have found, how do you say, another person who also is very passionate about their craft. I don't know, there's a word for that, but I feel inspired.
Mm-hmm.
So Queen's pretty good too, she's a good dancer. But this glitter, it is going to make people fall and trip over, and they're going to slip. Unless they are gluing it to the ground, I do not know. I am not a stagehand or a set creator of any kind. I only know the dance.
And you are doing the choreography in the wings as everybody else is doing the choreography on stage, making sure that everybody's doing the proper,
quietly counting.
Yes,
under
counting.
My voice.
And you're taking note as to who is doing it wrong. And thank you so much to Hothead215. This next good luck goes to Mr. Kurt Haines. You're seeing the opening number. You have opened the eyes of the show, and you notice that one of the curtains is a little bit wider on one of the sides, but it's on the opposite side of where you are. And you have to fix it before the queen notices. How do you get there as fast as possible?
I full sprint. You see curtains running from the back end behind the back curtain. Full speed flash. Get to the other side and just sneakily, all in black, follows the curtain line that is extended too far and just ever so slightly pulls it in just a half quarter inch. Perfect.
You have made it perfect, but then you notice that the other side just isn't even, so you have to do the other side as well. And as you are running back and forth between the curtains, you think to yourself, when was the last time that the queen has embarrassed you?
Kurt is running back and forth between the two sides, and every time he fixes one, the other one opens, so he's just constantly, and as he's going, he's remembering a time where the queen asked me to present, or the belladonna, she asked me to present her in a performance, a one-woman show that she had put on herself, and absolutely would not listen to any of my suggestions for how to do an outdoor curtain. It was an outdoor show. She wanted to just fool, like one of those pull-up showers you use in the woods, put a circle around her and then have that open, and she walk out. And she refused to listen to me when I told her that that'll make her look like a peasant and it'll put an embarrassment on the Haines name. The Haines name will not comply, but the belladonna, as we have discussed before, she gets her way. And so I was forced to put her in one of those circular, she thought it was like an indie round play on words. The only thing that was round was the curtain. It was a proscenium stage that she was on. I don't get it. But I had to put Kurt Haines' name on it. It broke my soul a little bit.
So, out of curiosity, is this more embarrassing than that time, or are you pretty adept to fixing these curtains at this time?
This here, running back and forth, regular cardio. This is an everyday problem. I can fix this, no problem. Fixing a reputation, that is a harder one to control.
Fair enough. Alrighty, moving on over. Oh, just kidding. Pierre! Pierre, please.
So quick. Kurt, I was wondering, this unfortunate situation, first of all, thank you for sharing. This happened to you, the queen, embarrassed you like that? I cannot believe it. It blows my mind. Why then, just curious, did you take this job after that terrible experience?
Well, it is, as I said before, the Haines family has been running these curtains for generations. And so one folly was not enough to get me to not do the job at all. So I had to come back and really redeem the Haines name. You know. So I am
admire
here
that.
hoping that I can help fix what she has stained on my family's name.
Well, I wish you the best of luck. And if there is a dance move I can do to cheer you up, I will do it. I will Dougie. I will do this soldier boy.
As much as I would love to see
I can name as many dances as you want me to.
As much as I would love to see all of these, you know, the one I want to see from you is the move that has been named after you specifically.
It's a pirouette, of course. Oh, my desk got in the way.
It's gorgeous. It's
You're
gorgeous.
welcome.
Beautiful, phenomenal.
Mercy.
Mercy indeed. Bailey, you are watching this performance go on, and you are noticing the platforms that all of the actors have to go on now. That it's starting to wiggle just a little bit, and you are just hoping and praying that your structure is holding. And as you are looking in your, I would assume that you have kind of a like a construction utility belt kind of a deal with all of your extra tools. You notice that there's another note. This note says, "What is the most difficult part of this show, and what makes you so adept at overcoming any of the challenges with the show?"
I think the hardest part of this show is its untraditional approach to Mamma Mia, to be honest. I walked into this performance thinking it was going to be, blue, white, glitter, all the things. And honestly, that's what the Queen seems to have wanted. But the script is written a little bit differently. We have to set this in Brooklyn, in New Jersey. I'm from Brooklyn, so, I think I can get something going for that. But I think I'm adept to this because, well, even though glitter is not my thing personally, I've had a lot of help from the actors here telling me their experiences and just finding like mentors of mine in the department with me and seeing how we can really pull this thing together from two different sides of this performance.
Excellent. And as you are watching this production continuously go, this number that Mars is currently up on these platforms, you are confident that your structures will hold and that it's just a little give from the wood. It's nothing to be crazy about. Moving on over to Aaron. Aaron, you are watching as all of these minor inconveniences start to happen, but you are just crossing your fingers and crossing your toes that everything is going to go smoothly, because if you all succeed tonight, you get paid. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
I just want to make sure.
We just lost Caleb.
Oh, he'll be back. So, Aaron, when did you know, as you look out to this number, that you were in love with the Queen?
I'm gonna have to dig deep for this one. It's like, oh, god damn it. Who's writing these They think they're funny. They're funny. They're funny.
The cards know. They just know.
If it is, he's in denial about the whole thing. Because the drama, the constant changes, this, that, and the other is a stage manager's nightmare. Every time something, we finally start to block everything out, there's changes and cascading errors cause this problem, then this problem, then this problem, then this has to get reorganized, this has to be moved, this has to be adjusted. Oh, so many people have just up and quit for this production, only for new people to get hired on and need to get retrained. Why am I still here? Why do I keep saying yes? There must be something wrong with me. There's got to be something wrong with me. Either that or this coffee is not strong enough.
Well, love makes us do crazy things. Bailey knows.
I just wanted to ask, were you really on board for the glitter floor thing? It seemed to not go well with most of the management.
No, look. I have my issues with many things. A little bit of glitter here and there helps people remember where they're supposed to be. But this much? Absolutely not.
Okay, well, she just kept telling me to add more and more glitter, more glitter.
Of course she did, because she thinks she's spreading her sparkling personality. Oh, it gives me an aneurysm.
Just wanted to let you know for, the rest of the show dates.
I don't blame you. You get the work orders, you get everything done to specs that you're given. That is not on you at all. You are fine. The rest of the crew is fine. Copeland, Haines, Blackstone, Taylor, they're all fantastic. They are all fantastic. They all do their jobs exceedingly well, and I could not be happier to have this on this team. My issue remains primarily with the director and our diva. Oh.
As we deviate from this conversation, we're about a few numbers in. Everything's been going pretty smoothly. You have avoided many a small conniption, a small, mess up or a tear in the costumes. Velvet, as you are getting ready to do a quick change for some of the actors, you find taped to one of the windows of the wardrobe another note that asks you, what do you usually do for the belladonna, and why does that make you an unlikely choice to keep for this run?
Because we have creative differences, first of all. I mean, I make sure she looks good, but yet every time I tell her something would look good under the specific lighting or with all the godforsaken glitter, she just says no. She just disagrees and makes it more difficult for me to let my creative image show her true beauty. It's not that hard. Just cooperate a little bit. I understand that there are some people out there that enjoy particular aesthetics.
Particular aesthetics.
It's a collaborative experience, the theater.
Of course, yeah.
I'm aware that we tend to not so subtly butt heads from time to time.
You're butting heads with someone that Aaron has a lot of thoughts on. Aaron?
I cannot blame you for any of those negative feelings. I cannot. We have butt heads in similar cases many a times. I wish I could say it gets better. It does not. We will get through this together, though. We will drink about it later.
Yes, just not around the costumes, please.
Oh hell no!
We've
No.
already had it. We've already had an issue.
Whose ear do I need to pull? Verbally or physically? Doesn't matter which.
Gerald's.
Oh,
I caught him again with the coffee. After I confiscated the first.
and this is why I chew ginseng. More caffeine, less mess.
Clear liquids, people. Clear liquids.
Clear liquids indeed. Thank you all so much so far for all the donations coming in. We have reached $305, $60 from today, or $50 for today. Please keep those donations coming. But yes, and just wanted to give a quick announcement that if we reach our $250 goal, which is up to the 505 that you see down there, then we are also giving away some free art to one of our lucky donators tonight. So just keeping that in your pocket. Mars, you have been working your ass off being a beautiful and trained and just a non-deviating member of this ensemble. But as you go off into the wings and get a new wig on, you notice that in your wig, oh no, come back. We're having just some slight technical difficulties, but we will make sure to bring them back. Actually, I think this is a perfect time to take a quick 5. So please, please, please stick around. We will be right back with more of For the Queen of Musicals right after this quick break. Thank you very much. And we are back. Thank you all so much for waiting for us. I don't know why I can't see Caleb, though. Let me try to put him back in here. Because they're here, I promise. But so far, we have raised up to $355. Congratulations.
Yes.
All donations are going to be going straight to the Joyful Heart Foundation that fights against sexual assault survivors, domestic violence survivors, as well as also child abuse survivors. But not only that, it also is very keen on making sure that the language of it all is well known. So it's not only about helping out these survivors, it's just also making sure that people are understanding that this is a real thing that goes on and that this is an awareness issue that we should all be aware of. I say that as it is also Happy Denim Day. Thank you so much, Maggie, for reminding me. I am not wearing my denim pants at this moment. I was wearing them earlier, but
This is as high as we can go. They're there, I promise.
yes, show that denim. All right, but thank you all so much for your donation so far. We did, during the break, have a $50 donation come about, and I am going to save that for when we answer this next question, because we are still in Act 1. We are still performing on the stage. And Mars, you have been moving your booty. You have been the best actor that you have possibly ever been, and you are putting it all out for your mama who is watching on the stream. As you go into the wings to just take a quick breath and to drink some water and to change a wig, you see a little note in your tap shoe that you have to change into that reminds you of something that happened before the show went on today, because you were once summoned to a private meeting with the Queen of Musicals. Why did you feel disappointed afterward? And just for fun with this $50 reward, I need you to continue this scene in song, because we are in a spontaneous musical. Everyone who interacts in this particular scene must sing.
Oh dear. Well, you know, there just was a time when I thought my life had come to an end. And then all of a sudden the pearly white gates opened. And lo and behold, there she was standing in that room. She said, "Hey, kid. I like your cut, G." To which I then responded with a, "Thank you, my mother gave it to me." "You're gonna go far in this world," she said. To which then I went and replied, "What do you need from me? What do you need? I'm actually really scared. Why am I here?" But in all seriousness, she was a gal, she was sweet. But all she wanted was to hit another thing out of my hand. So I went to the nearest coffee cup I could find, grabbed it, and she smacked it and said, "Get out of my face." And that's my ballad. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Does anyone
Off the
have
top of the dome.
I think accolades all around. And as we continue this scene in song,
Oh dear.
Pierre, how do you wish to interact?
I think Pierre finds you in the wings, kind of maybe like in between scenes where you're like off stage for a quick moment, and approaches you, taps you on the shoulder, and says, "I have a question for you."
Ask away.
"Let me get this straight. It appears the queen, she does not like you. Is that true?
She don't
Because
like
she constantly
me.
is knocking things out of your hand. And it feels crazy."
It don't feel good. I tell you that much. So,
But yet you still idolize her, and so I must ask, why?
why? That's the simplest question is why. There's really no reason to cry when she's packing the things in the sky. Oh, the queen, oh, my life. She gives me the purpose that I need to please my ma. So I don't tell her a damn thing. And go and run and the pick it and the drop it. And here we go.
Kurt, I don't know if you still wanted to interact, but this would be a moment when Kurt Haines finds these two singing in the wings.
Kurt will walk over to you both, and you'll hear him say, Mars, I have something I have to say before the end of this day. You are the best, ensemble's best. Your potential has no test. You are working, you are dancing, you are far beyond the rest. You can sing, you can dance, you have all types of romance. Do not let the queen disturb you, for my friend, we have heard you.
My, Kurt, that was beautiful. I appreciate everything that you do for this company. How can I ever repay you?
The only payment I need is for you to succeed. For I know you will be one of the greatest stars you'll see.
And scene. There's applause coming from the audience of the number that they just wrote. There's applause coming from the chat. I know it. Please, accolades for these incredible storytellers. Okay, singing and improvising is not easy, and they did incredible. If you had arms, oh my gosh. But yes, the curtain falls, the curtain closes as we go into Act 2, but you have about 5 minutes to just get yourselves put together. And so you all huddle around the costume approved snack table of clear drinks and gummy snacks as you are making sure that you are refreshed and ready for the second act. When all of a sudden you all hear a low booming voice. No, not low, a very rich, gravelly voice. Oh my God, why did you step on my foot, Gerald? And it's the queen, who is standing in front of Gerald, berating him for stepping on her foot. I'm sorry. I didn't get my coffee because I couldn't. It wasn't allowed. I'm sorry. It's like, yeah, but you stepped on my foot. And the queen runs to her dressing room and refuses to come back. As this is happening, all of you receive a flying note from the sky. It directly goes into your hands, and it seems that we also received a lovely... I'm going to say that this is a break a leg for Pierre. Pierre, you are just happy that the queen didn't talk to you because you were in charge of the dancers. And if someone stepped on her foot, that was your bad in her mind. But right now, you're counting that as a blessing. You open up your note and you notice that this mysterious person who's been dropping notes starts to leave a little bit of a signature at the bottom, which is TPG. And you're trying to figure out what TPG means. But this one says, when was the last time that the Queen of Musicals criticized you? And why have her words stayed with you? You just saw her criticize Gerald.
When was the last time the Queen criticized me? It did stick with me. As there was only one time that truly stands out to me. I suppose it was several shows ago, a couple years back, off-Broadway performance. Everybody has seen the 1990s movie We're Back, A Dinosaur Tale, where they go to New York. So we were trying to make that into a musical. There's already such good music in it. Dr. Screw Eyes, the you know what I mean, the Brain Drain, the Crazy Circus with all the crazy stuff. We all remember. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The important thing is this. I created the choreography. I was going for something avant-garde. No movement whatsoever. A new style of dance called stillness. It's amazing, no? Anyway, she did not like it. And so she criticized me. But the way she did it, it was not so much the words, it was the venom. I kind of admired it. It stuck with me. I have used those exact insults on other people. Gerald has heard it more than I can count. He's got a pocket full of nickels, this guy, because I keep using the insults. He is the bane of my existence.
Out of the corner of your eye, you notice some movement, and a familiar face walks up to you, and you recognize Francois. Was it kickflip?
Kick turn?
Kick turn. And Francois comes before you, a little bit meager, and he looks to you and says, "Pierre, I see what you do with the first act, and I have to say I am pulls on his necktie a little bit, impressed."
Wow, Francois, I was not expecting this.
I know, which is why I come to you in a time of need.
What is it, my fellow choreographer?
Yes, I need your skills. I need your help to assist me with this other play that goes open next week.
Right.
And we will pay you lots of money.
Okay.
If you would do that for me, I promise that whatever bridges were broken can be rebuilt, my friend.
Tell me more about this show. Is it based on a 1990s movie?
It is, yes, it is based on a movie about a lion, and he becomes a king in Brooklyn.
Oh, very good. Oh,
yes.
An original. I have never heard this. That is incredible. I can see it now. Absolutely. Maybe one of the lions is at the top of the Empire State Building, holding onto the other lion. I don't know. But it sounds remarkable.
But I think together,
I'd love to be a part of
it. We could make it amazing.
Pirouette and kick turn. They will sing our praises from the mountaintops.
It is true, my friend. And he slaps you on the back like a nice, good hearty, yes, we will work on this. He says, I know you have a show to do, but we will talk after. And
yes.
You just got your next assignment. And it is great. Kurt Haines has seen this from the sidelines.
You don't really hear too much from Kurt Haines. He currently has headphones in as he's getting himself zoned out to reopen the curtains for Act 2. But you do hear him sort of mumble singing to himself. He just, roll back the clock to the dawn of time and sing this song with me.
Heck yeah.
Incredible. Kurt, as you are listening to this song, you pull out that note that fell out from the sky, during the snack table run. And you read it in this moment of pure bliss of remembering what We're Back in a Dinosaur Story was. And then you just look over to the dressing room where the queen was. And you were like, I hope she doesn't come back and blames me for opening the curtain. And you think back to the one time that the queen had you punished. What about that memory will stay with you forever?
You see, there was a time where I thought maybe you could go against what the queen wishes. You know, she made me do the shower curtain for her, embarrassing me and my family name. And then, as a reprisal for that same performance she did then, she wanted me to set her up with another circular curtain. It was not as bad as the shower curtain, but this one was made of potato sacks. It was not fitting for the show performance. There is a time and place that it could be fantastic, but this was not the dream for this performance, and I thought I would save her from embarrassment. So I put in a proper curtain, and she was not happy about it. You do not go against the queen. She put a stain on not me, but took in my father and took his store and sold it for a yogurt stand, which is now there. So as a punishment for my actions, the queen took my father's store and said, if you ever go against me again, you are next. And so, you know, it's something I think about every time I do a performance with the queen.
Mm-hmm. You know, Bailey, you have been very, very confident about the entire production. You think everything's going swimmingly. The snow falls from the sky, and up in the rafters, you just see this shadowy figure just shift, and all of a sudden is out of sight, like behind some of the curtains. And you think it might be a trick that Kurt's been playing on you, but you read the note anyway, and the question is, what specific restraints has the queen placed on you that don't apply to anyone else?
The hell? So many sky notes. What's this about? Restraints? Well, I guess there was that one time, there was a previous production that I participated in where I wasn't as, like, high up in the totem pole of the set design and set production area. We were actually doing a reimagining of Romeo and Juliet. You know, everyone loves doing those. And this one happened to take place in, you know, that fabled city of the emerald kind. And she was not a fan of how iridescent the sets were. And she told me that I could not make anything that warped her reflection again. Which maybe it's a little valid. She didn't want to be seen from unflattering viewpoints, and I understand that, but I haven't seen her complain about, like, mirrors or reflective surfaces in any other capacity, like a costume or a prop or something. Just the set.
Okay. So your job is obviously not lighting. So that is more so what we are going for, I guess. Moving on over to Aaron, you definitely see a figure that dropped all these notes. And you're starting to get a little paranoid because this is a safety hazard more than it is just clutter. So you are I'm not gonna say like I'm not gonna tell you what to do, but what are you doing in this moment?
Just immediately like, oh, you son of a bitch, I've got you now. Just immediately dialing up. It's like, hey, can we get one of those security guys up to the rafters? I'm pretty sure we got unauthorized personnel up there, either messing with the lights or dropping confetti on people. And it's going to be a bit of a problem.
Yeah, and it is a problem. Aaron, you're just like, I need to get this handled because we're about to open curtains for Act 2. But you decide to read the note anyway. And this play isn't just about, I guess, you know, the money, right? It's not just about making sure that this show makes it on Broadway. What else do you suspect is going on? And why?
This play is particular. This setting is particular. These acting choices. This crew is particular. Is this a mob money laundering scheme?
And the thought just circulates and circulates and circulates in your brain. Velvet, you are tired of the amount of yelling that's going on backstage because, you know, you have to make sure that the prima donna is out on stage to showcase your amazing ensemble piece that you have created for her. And if she doesn't go out there, then something about the critics not being able to see it is going to definitely be a detriment to the show. So, you try to go over to the door and try to coax the Queen of Musicals to come out, and you read this note. Seems like they know a little something more about you because you saw the Queen do something terrible. Did you come to respect her more or less afterwards?
Terrible is such a subjective word. And it depends on perspective, I think. I mean, would I respect her more? I don't think that would be the right word. But I could see the reasoning why.
So you're trying to convince the Queen to come out because despite what her ideals are, despite what she's done in the past, you still need her to go out. And after constantly trying to talk to her, she opens the door, and with tissues in her eyes as if she is crying, but there are no tears on her face, she goes, "Okay, I will go. If I must." And she goes over to Mars and takes you by the arm and says, "Don't mess up our personal number," and then goes onto the stage as the curtain starts to open. But before the curtain opens, Mars, you have seen a side of the Queen that no one else has. Do you hope to see it again?
As selfishly as I would love to see the side that nobody has seen before, I don't think it's really true to her character, because then, you know, everyone's gonna start thinking of her differently. They're not gonna show her respect. But on the other side, she is a real big softie. We was just watching Golden Girls a little bit earlier, and then, you know, she loves, you know, good old little Betty White there. I'm pretty sure Betty White was in that show, right? Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Anyway, that's her favorite character, and I was like, "Oh, I've never laughed with you like this before. You're crazy." I love this, and then she immediately was like, "If you tell anybody that you saw me laughing, I swear to God." And I was like, "Okay, Scouts honor, Scouts honor." Yeah, it was a whole thing. It was really great. But I feel like if people were to see more of their side, she would lose all her street cred, all her theater cred, and nobody, and I mean nobody, would take her seriously again. So Selfishly, yes, I'd love to see it, but for her sake, she's gonna keep it on the wraps, and you guys heard nothing.
So you're hoping that she continues to keep the Miranda Priestley look upon her.
Oh, she has to. She's like one of my biggest inspirations ever. So if she drops that, then what am I living for? Besides my mother.
Gotta do it for mama. All right. Well, as the curtain is about to open for Act 2, the mysterious figure that the... Oh, sorry. Didn't see your exclamation point. Yes, Aaron.
You know, as much as I hate to say it, if that side were to surface Mars, it could be an opportunity for you to climb the ranks.
Excuse me? You saying there's an opportunity for me to get escape the ensemble? It's been years. How do I do it?
Timing is everything. A little bit of luck. 90% of it is knowing people.
Okay. Well, I know you. I know Kurt Haines. I know the choreographer. What the name
Pierre?
is escaping me. Yeah, Pierre. Pierre.
Trust me when
I
I say
know.
this.
Yeah.
The more people you know, the more people can put your name out there.
Oh. I'm sure if I get on Velvet's good grace, maybe there's something in my future.
Oh, I say this, and it hurts to say this, but I'm also just going to come out and say it. Screw Velvet.
Girl, you can't just say stuff like that. That's like kind of all up in the air. Like, what?
I'm a stage manager. I can say what I want.
You know, that's fair. You never
It's
step
not-
on the stage manager's toes.
And she has done it far too often.
Oh, heavens.
Far too often.
I heard nothing.
But Kurt Haines had heard something.
He did. Yes, I did in fact hear a thing or two. And Mars, I would just like to let you know, Aaron, they are extremely insightful and someone you should very much listen to. You see, as someone who has spent his entire life opening and closing curtains on the lifespan of many performers' entire work experience, I tell you what now, there is a good chance that the curtain might close over this belladonna and perhaps open for a new star to shine.
And are you saying that star could possibly be little old May?
Mars, I see endless potential in you.
Exactly.
It's-
Just don't let fame do to you what it did to her.
Oh,
As
never.
you say that, the curtain opens once again. The audience applauds the view of not only the Queen of Musicals herself, the leading lady, but also all the ensemble members, including Mars, who is arm in arm with Her Majesty. And as the applause dims and the next number goes on, you all hear a booming voice from one of the boxes just to the stage left. And in this box, you notice a shadowy figure. He speaks in a booming voice, "You fools," as he goes and with a tuxedo and a half mask, grabs onto the chandelier, which, Bailey, you don't remember installing a chandelier, but it's there. And he descends from the chandelier onto the stage and says, "She is mine, and if I can't have her, then nobody will." So
You
at
can
this
have her.
So at this time, my players, you must decide. Because the queen is under attack, do you defend her? At this time, my players are just going to think on it for a little bit, trying to figure out who, what, how, where they are going to do for this moment. They're going to go ahead and place either a thumbs up or a thumbs down. For our lovely Maggie, you are either going to heads up or heads down for this particular one. Just a quick review. Thank you all so much for the incredible donations. We raised $360 for the Joyful Heart Foundation. Thank you all so much. The donations do not have to end there. We still have about 10 minutes of this show left, and every donation counts. Thank you all so much. Amazing consideration for an amazing cause. So at this moment, my lords, ladies, and those who do not get those titles because they don't want them, what are we going to do? Are we going to defend the queen, or are we not going to defend the queen? We're just going to let the ghost have her. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we are pretty split. Wow. Okay. So we're going to go now one at a time. Our players are going to explain why they chose and what they're doing in this moment as the Phantom is about to snatch this belladonna. We are going to go ahead and start with Pierre. Pierre, you've decided to defend the queen this day. Why so?
I did, yeah. I think it is complicated. There's so many moving parts. Things are happening. Start the entire pre-productions, the production. There has been developments that I was not expecting, but at the end of the day, there's one thing you can count on when it comes to Pierre: Pirouette. I do not take any orders from ghosts or paper levers. I don't like not falling on my shoulders, tapping me. Why does a piece of paper tap me? No. Plus, she pays some of my bills, so kind of owe her a little bit. Also, there was talk of mob stuff. I don't want to get into it, but that might be true. And so, I gotta do what I gotta do. I think what you see is you see Pierre fully like plie onto the stage, and I kick Gerald right in the head so that he falls into the queen's position so that the ghost will grab him instead.
So you plie, you kick Gerald. Gerald takes the place of the queen, and the paper ghost is not allowed to take her. Perfect.
Oh shoot, is that what it stands for? Dang, that's
there
crazy.
You go. We have Kurt Haines. Kurt Haines, you decided not to defend the queen this day. Why, and what are you doing?
Not to throw off the order, but would it be okay if I went last, possibly?
Sure, absolutely. We'll move on over to Bailey. Bailey, I think that you decided to defend the queen.
Yes.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes, I did.
Perfect. Then what are you doing, and why did you decide to do so?
So I'm watching all this happen, and it's just running through my head right now that, like, she's made me a better set designer. She's been here with me through 2 productions. She saw me when I was a little fledgling set producer, and like all of her critiques, as harsh as they can be, they make my creations look so much better. Telling me not to have reflective material in the Emerald City or putting glitter on the floor, and actually that helps the actors. I never knew that. And I would hate for anything to happen to her, because look at how much I've learned in this performance. And I just run to Kurt's side of the stage and I tell him, quickly, the battens, get the chandelier.
Yeah. All right. Moving on over to Aaron. Aaron, you've decided not to defend the queen this day. Why is that? I thought you were in love.
So there's a few reasons. I am in love, but not with the person they have turned into. They need to be humbled a bit, and because they're constantly getting lost, they have me track their phones. So even if they do get kidnapped, I'll know where they are. Easy recovery. They get humbled. Maybe their ego dies a bit instead of them.
Okay.
Win-win.
So what are you doing in this situation?
Probably on looking at this whole situation, just going, I don't get paid enough for this.
And just
This is a disaster.
turning around and walking out that stage door.
Just nope. I can fix a lot of things. I can't fix this. I just gotta hope that they think it's all part of the show.
That is the hope. Velvet, you have also decided not to defend the queen this day. Why and what are you doing?
Too many times she has taken my ideas to make everyone on this stage look good and just kind of not. Like, too many times. And if anything, I'm not going to be protecting her. I'm going to be just going for the costume she's wearing and trying to protect that. Also, a tuxedo and a mask, that's so, like, tacky. That's, like, so last century. So last decade. So not now. You can do better. If you're gonna be a phantom, you're gonna be a ghost, you're gonna do whatever. There's so many other ways to portray that.
Right, you are.
Also, the mobility. Have you tried to move in a tux? I'm not fixing those pants.
And what do you do in this moment?
I'm just gonna kind of go and, in the midst of the chaos, just unzip her costume and take it off and run it backstage so it doesn't get any more rips.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. Mars, you have just seen this phantom go in front of you, has threatened to take the queen. You are standing right next to her, but you decide to defend her. Why and what are you doing in this moment?
I've learned a lot over the course of this here production tonight, and even though she may not be the best person alive, she does carry a lot of clout. So if, I don't know, little Mr. Copeland over here, goes ahead and saves her from, this this masked individual, then maybe we can speed up the process of maybe getting me to the lead. So I'll help her out, help her also realize that she's done, she's a has-been, and then that's when I come in. And then I'm with all of you lovelies, and we can make our own productions of Mamma Mia Jersey. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Mamma Mia Brooklyn, Jersey.
Yeah, featuring the Phantom of the Opera, sure.
Yeah.
So I am just going to put my arms around her and be like, "Don't worry, darling, I got you. Here, just don't look. And I'm using my body to block her from the phantom.
So you wrap your arms around her, you turn around, and then we have Kurt Haines.
Kurt is watching very intently, hands on the rope, ready to pull when he believes to be exactly perfect timing. And you see, he does not want to assist the queen in this moment. In fact, he would even more so like to prop up Mars in this moment. And so as everything is happening, as all of this is going on, and as Mars grabs the queen and turns around, finding the perfect moment and Pierre Pirouette's most magnificent choreography right before the ending, just a moment too early, I will close the curtain when Mars is the one on the outside of the curtain, leaving the queen and all of what used to happen to the queen, whether she's taken, whether she saves, whether Gerald is taken, they can take him, we don't need it. I'm going to do what I can to close the curtain, leaving Mars out in front, center stage, in what would have been the Queen's lighting.
And with all of that said, Mars, you have tried your best to protect the Queen and push her out of the way when the curtains close and you were the only one standing in front of the audience. The audience is amazed at exactly what was happening and just sees everything going into chaos, but then you are just the constant and are able to pull everyone back in. And in your final moments, you decide to sing specifically to your mom who was watching on stream. What are you singing, Mars?
Mamma mia, here I go again. My, how can I resist ya?
And that is our game for tonight. Thank you all so much for coming on over to For the Queen of Musicals. What we have raised $105 tonight, bringing our grand total for this week $360. Thank you all so much for your kind donations to the Joyful Heart Foundation. I really quickly want to go back to my players and let them reintroduce themselves and let them know of anything that's going on. So I'll go ahead and start in reverse order. We'll go ahead and start with Mars.
Aha! Thank you all for watching. You all have been a lovely audience. I am not doing a whole lot right. I'm kind of taking the summer off to do my own thing, but like I will be around. I'll be trying to making it to some local conventions and whatnot. Anime ASIN, Anime Magic, all that fun stuff. Hopefully planning to get to MagFest next year, early next year. So we'll see how all that goes. But yeah, drink some water, take care of yourself, make sure you love what you see when you look in the mirror, because you only got one of you, okay? 10 out of 10.
Thank you, Caleb. Next up, we have Velvet Taylor.
Hi again, I'm Caity. You can find me at Dragon of the Dark Rose. Maybe one day I will start posting stuff again. If you want to ever say hi, I'm going to be at Gen Con this year and potentially Magic Con Atlanta later in the year. So if you want to talk about Cardboard Crack, come hang out with me. Today was fun. I had a fun time with this crew.
Yeah. Perfect. Next up, we have Aaron Blackstone.
Oh no.
Oh no, you are mute. More mute. There we go, I fixed you.
There we go.
Okay. Whew, I was like, oh no. Not at the very end. Hello, everyone. I am Sam Markov and Co on most socials, or if you're on Twitch over at the Starfield, I have been Aaron Blackstone. It has been an absolute joy to be out here, to be back over here once again. Somehow we ended up a second singing time. I don't know how, but you know what? It just keeps happening. I'm pretty sure if I'm going to the third one, it's going to happen a third time somehow, some way. But we look forward to it. It has been an absolute blast being here. I look forward to doing another one in the future, perhaps. We will have to see how schedules pan out.
And we will love to have you join us again. Next up, we have Bailey Greene.
Hi again, I'm Maggie. I go by Inkymadar on Instagram. I don't really stream right now, but I'm hoping to at some point in the future. So catch me on Future for the Causes if you want. I don't post a lot on Instagram at the moment because art block in school sucks, but it's almost summer, so maybe you'll see some more from me. I love D&D, so you'll see a lot of tieflings on there.
Incredible. Bring on more tieflings. Next up, we have Kurt Haines.
Hey everybody, I'm Adrian D. Spider on all socials. I was playing Kurt Haines today, and I had an absolute blast. This was so much fun. Yeah, you can find me just about anywhere. I usually post a lot of cosplay content or D&D, TTRPG content, a lot of different stuff. I try to dabble all over. If you ever want to chat, come find me on a social somewhere. I'm pretty easy to talk to sometimes.
Perfect. And then we have Pierre Pirouette.
Hey, gang. I've been Pierre Pirouette, who used they, them pronouns. I'm Justin Galliani. I also use they, them pronouns. And I'm part of So You Want to Be a DM or So You Want to Be a Dungeon Master, the podcast. You can find us all over the internet at So You Want to Be a DM, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, Patreon. Goodness gracious, so many places. And it's been an absolute joy. Such a pleasure, as always. Happy to be here. Thanks for inviting me again, and I look forward to the next one.
Perfect. And once again, hi everyone. I've been your facilitator for this session, filling in for Ruben, who is unfortunately unable to join us today. This was his brainchild, so everything that I kind of pulled from came from all of the notes, came from the Phantom of the Opera appearance at the end. So please, please, please give him all the well wishes, and hopefully we can have him up on a session again where he can truly shine and share his voice. But my name is Natalie, also known as Gizmos Aplenty across all the social medias. You can find me in such places as Facebook, not Facebook, don't even go to Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Twitch, all that jazz, where I'm also playing in a couple of one-shots. But if you want more information, go ahead and check out my Beacons link, also attached to my socials. We have been raising money for the Joyful Heart Foundation, and we're going to have more sessions for a brand new charity that we will be supporting in May. So please check out our socials for the cause events on most of them for any updates there. Otherwise, thank you all so much for joining us, and we will see you on the next one. Say bye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye.